I kind of want to tell you just where Helpmommy.com came from. I'm a pediatrician and I love doing what I do, but I started noticing that a lot of the patients that I see every day really didn't need to come in. I would say probably a third. That when I'm seeing them and I'm talking to them, they could have taken care of things at home. And to be honest, 30 or 40 years ago, they would have. But we've kind of had this gap where we've failed in educating kids to then become parents. And we've made them dependent upon healthcare, that they don't think that they can take care of things on their own, that everything that's wrong, anything that's bad, let's go see a doctor. And unfortunately for them and their pocketbook, that comes with copays and out-of-pocket expenses that they don't really need. And in this time where healthcare costs are going on and going up, when they come to me and I can't do something physical for them, I can't write a prescription, I cannot give them something to fix their problem, when they leave upset. They feel cheated. And unfortunately, that's where we've gotten into medicine, where people have written too many prescriptions just to make people happy, and we have this huge burgeoning problem of problems with antibiotic resistance and then side effects of the medicines that we just don't need. But we've created that environment where you think you need something from me to be happy, and that's not true. And so as I was going through this process, I realized that there needs to be something as far as education, and I've tried to do that with my parents as they go on, and hopefully as they get their kids grown, they're smarter, but they've spent a lot of money for that education. And I was like, is there a way that I can do that and make it where they can get that cheaper, that they can feel confident, that I can teach this generation of parents how to take care of things on their own so they know what to do at home, what kind of things actually require an emergency room visit or a doctor's appointment, so that when they come to see me, they actually need to see me and they don't feel disappointed that they wasted their money or wasted their time. And I realized as I was talking to them that if I just talked to all of them on the phone, I would probably keep a third of them from coming in, but the problem was I didn't have time to talk to every single patient and try and figure out which ones were the third that didn't need to come in, which were the 2/3 that actually needed to come in. And that's where video came in. Is that by a video, I could sit there and I could talk to you. And we could have this conversation about what's going on. Because your child's not a lot different than everybody else when it comes to the common cold or strep throat or the flu. And I could talk you through that process of what we expect is going to happen. And if this is occurring, this is what you need to do at home. And if this is occurring, you need to go to the emergency room right now. And if this is occurring, well, you need to come and see your doctor. And for the most part, pediatricians as a whole practice very similar. What I do is going to be what your doctor does in Alabama or in New York or Canada or Europe for that matter. Maybe a different language, but we all practice the same. We're trying to keep those kids healthy. We're trying to take care of problems. And that same stuff is happening over and over and over again. And if I could take that on a video and multiple people see that, then I could save lots and lots of people time and money. So that's where Help Mommy came from, is taking these most common things that occur with all parents or most parents or very frequently, putting it in a video form so that you could access it when you need it, watch it and know exactly what to do and when to spend your time and your money on going to a doctor or an emergency room. Luckily, I have some great friends that I've made along the way, that I've either seen their kids or I've had contact with them, that I was able to bring in with me, that take care of some of these problems I don't know. I don't know anything about video, I don't know anything about editing, I don't know anything about marketing, but I knew people that could help me. And so I've had them join my team so that we can provide this amazing product to you and your family, and hopefully save you time and money and worry along the way. So that's the inspiration behind Helpmommy.com. So what are you going to get from Helpmommy.com? Well, hopefully a lot. But there are some basic things that are going to happen that you're going to get. One, you get access to our website, where we have lots of different projects that are going on that all of them get deposited in Helpmommy.com. And so what are these? Well, these are videos that are going to help you with well visits. We have videos on vaccines. We have videos on illnesses, injuries. And then we're adding more and more doctors. So we're going to have sports injuries. We We have things on adolescent gynecology. We have things that we're going to do the sex talk for you. So this isn't just for a baby, although that may be when you're the most worried and when you come to us. We're trying to create content and value so that it will be there from the time your baby's born to giving you content until they go to college. And by the time we're done, we will probably have thousands of videos encompassing everything that we can possibly think of. That's our goal, is to be the one place source where you can get information that you need on everything related to your children. Now beyond that, it's also going to be something that you get a newsletter called the Why Letter, and you'll get that twice a month. And that encompasses all kinds of topics with the basic premises of why. Why does that happen? What have we covered so far? We've covered things like why you get ear infections, why they happen over and over again. Why do people die? How do we just deal with that? And why did that have to happen? And is there anything good that can come out from that? And so topics of things that happen in my life or things that happen in my parents' life will work their way into the Why newsletter. And so that's something you'll get. You'll also get a free copy, an e-copy of my book, A First-Time Parent Survival Guide, that will hopefully help you for the first 2 years as a how-to manual. You can also go to our Facebook site and comment on our videos. We'll put videos on there from time to time. And if you have something that you want, please request it. We'll take requests. We'll try and work that into the schedule of videos that we'll try and do, because we're trying to help you as parents. And so Helpmommy.com is definitely a living, breathing entity that's growing, just like your baby. It's a baby we're very proud of, and we know that you're going to enjoy as well. But this baby is going to become a huge adult, and we hope you join us along the way. Hi, I'm Dr. Cliff James, and I just wanted to let you know a little about me. See, I wasn't always a doctor. I started off as a kid, commonly called Cliffy by my family, just because there were lots of Cliffs in my family, so we had to differentiate somehow. And around the time I was 9, for some reason, I got this feeling that I wanted to be a pediatrician. Now, part of that was promoted by my grandma, who was an RN, and she just thought that it'd be cool if I was a doctor, and she was my nurse. And she told me that, but it was something bigger than that. I loved kids. I loved playing with them, even when I was small. I loved that little baby. They were so cute, and I loved toddlers, and I just loved watching them grow and playing with them. And I decided at that very young age that that was what I wanted to do. We talk about people having callings, things they were meant to do. Pediatrics was mine. I truly was meant to do this. And as I grew up, I found that that was my strengths. I was good at science and math and all those things you were going to need to be a doctor. And as I went through college and medical school, I didn't ever waver. This was what I wanted to do. And once I went through residency and I became a doctor, I completely realized that this was what my life was meant to do. I was meant to be a pediatrician. Now the funny thing is, my favorite age is like 18 months to 2.5, and I love those toddlers and how they play and how they interact with you. And little did I know that when I grew up and I became a pediatrician, that was the age that was going to hate me and that they were going to cry every time they saw me. But still, I found that I loved it. And there was more things that I loved as I went along. I found that I loved the interactions with the parents, the families, and I loved becoming part of their family and watching them grow up and become. And now I've done this long enough that I have kids that I have saw as a doctor who are now bringing their kids to me, and that's an amazing feeling. And it's a source of pride for me that they enjoyed being my patient enough that they wanted to trust me with their kids as well. I came from a little bitty area. I came from the country where, your doctor, you knew that doctor. That was the only doctor you were going to see, and they knew you. And I try to continue that. Even though I live in a suburb and it's a large area, I practice medicine like it's old country medicine, where you get to see me. And my practice is small because of that, and I want to keep it that way. And so that's me. This is what I've always wanted to do. It's what I will do probably until I die. I have no real reason to retire from something that I'm meant to do. And so I am Dr. Cliff James. It's what I do. Being a doctor is not who I am. I'm Cliff. Who I am a husband, I'm a dad, I'm a lover of a good joke and a good time. But what I do is I'm a pediatrician. and I love that.